Sharp calls. What do the wise guys call us about this week, Simon?
Yeah, a lot of calls actually. So, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna run through all the games or just people want to know what the pros are just betting themselves. But I would say the most interesting thing was the pros are all over that Rams news. I know a couple pros that again we liked that number 2. We were talking about that. We liked it at 3. We liked it at 3.5. I didn't really get why there was a lot of guys bigger bets, but clearly they knew that there was something going on with Stafford there. So we've seen that actually only drop to minus 1.5, which is like a little telling. The no one really knows if Stafford's going to play or not. So that's a game we can break down because again, it feels like if you could get that in your contest at 3.5, the Cardinals, that'd be hard to pass on that when you know that Stafford's not going to play. So that's one you can't really bet now, but for contests, it's interesting. Chad was spot on with his love for Pittsburgh. Again, I wasn't on that one. A lot of pros I talked to love this spot for Pittsburgh. They're on that one this week.
I
Maybe
love
Chad.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Simon,
maybe
before
Chad
we
could
came
convince
on,
me
let me
on it.
interrupt you. Before we came on, I said to you there's one game that I felt like we didn't dig into deeply enough.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell you what it was. It was the Steelers. And the Steelers, when we spoke on Tuesday, was 3. Now it's 1.5.
Well, this group that, they got 2 guys that work their NFL side, and they're really sharp guys. Take smart positions, right? They're not an every weekend better. They do bet, right? But they take positions on certain weeks. They took 3 big positions this week, and this is their biggest one was Pittsburgh. So that jumped out to me where it was like a game that wasn't really on my radar. And then I'm hearing this group's on it. It's like, okay, that's going to be a smart side this week. So might be able to be convinced on that one. And then again, we touched on Denver. 3 different really, really, really big money groups came in on them. And I'm shocked it's still 2.5. I thought it'd be down to 2, 1.5 by now. We'll see. We'll see what that number does the rest of the week, but I can promise you that's going to be most likely in our contest. It's the fact that so many guys have come in on it, it just feels like it's a smart number. Got scared where no one's backing our Green Bay love. And the boys I talked to, they love Cleveland at 4. They still like it at 3.5, but they think 4 is the key number there with this Miami team. So didn't get the news I wanted on Cleveland and the Green Bay side because I thought everyone would be on Green Bay. But I think they're looking at it like Rodgers is legit cooked. Like something's wrong with that team. He doesn't look right. They could be right, but I just can't get over how nice of a spot it is. So we'll definitely dive a bit more into that one. But yeah, interesting hearing a lot. The biggest plays I heard this week were Pittsburgh, Denver, Arizona, and actually 49ers, which we can also talk about because we're on the other side of that one.
God, I don't like that.